Welcome to your daily tarot reading with Sly Roxtar. This reading will be for Saturday, February 5th. Let's go. Energy messages, February 5th. 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 This message may resonate with some of you. It may resonate with one of you. What's surrounding you? What are you sitting in today? The Nine of Swords in reverse. Relief from anxiety. So something's been keeping you up at night. Something has really been stressing you out on your mind all day, all night. And I think this card right in the center of the spread is you may have just worn yourself out. Like you might just be done with it from sheer exhaustion, that you just can't go on like this anymore. You may have just overloaded your mind and it's incapable of proceeding in the same way anymore. We will find out. Let's see more cards. An obstacle you might encounter today. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so maybe you've been really stressing about something, and why this energy is in reverse is because everything is about to change. It could be about to change in a big way. So these things, I mean, they say, most of what you worry about is never going to happen anyway. And that might be what's going on here. This energy is leaving you, and you're not thinking that all of those thoughts were for nothing, but you see that you couldn't have predicted this shift. You weren't factoring in those unforeseen circumstances. That's this Wheel of Fortune here. But it looks like good news. It is in the obstacle position, so we're going to have to get more cards to really see what that's about. Base, root, where is this coming from? The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands represents the last third of Scorpio and the first 2/3 of Sagittarius. You're trying to make something happen, and you want it to happen fast. And this Wheel of Fortune right over top might be that you definitely need a little bit of luck on your side, and the speed that you're moving at is giving you great anxiety because you actually don't have control over enough of this situation that you can really affect the outcome. You have to rely on external forces to a certain degree. But you're really trying to make something happen. It's really on your mind. It's something you could be very excited about. This Knight of Swords, this is fire of fire, get up and go. You've been putting, and whatever this is, you've been putting a lion's share of your energy and focus into it. Energy fading out, leaving you today. The Nine of Cups. I don't think I've seen the Nine of Cups in a reading that I've done in months. So to me, this represents a big change of some sort, just in the overall energy that collectively we are experiencing. And we have two nines. Nine of Swords has made its appearances, but the Nine of Cups I have not seen in quite a while. Energy leaving you. The Nine of Cups has a lot of that Wheel of Fortune energy in it. It's merriment, it's joy. It can be overdoing it. A little bit of excess here. It also reminds you to be satisfied with having an excessive amount of emotional fulfillment and not looking to always keep the tank full at 100. Be very happy with an abundance of emotional fulfillment, security, joy, love in your life. And, interesting. So some of you might be stressing, Nine of Swords, about this change in this Knight of Wands, Nine of Swords, Knight of Wands. And it could have something to do with your, I'm going to hold off on that. Let's see. Energy moving in today. What's coming at you from above? Temperance in reverse. Okay, now I can say it. You're thinking about making a really drastic change. And even though you've been really thinking about it and stressing about it, you're allowing this emotional element to overtake your mind. And it also might be that you're acting on impulse. This is what I was going to say. You're acting a little bit impulsively here. Even though you really are thinking about this, it's full of emotion. And Temperance is here to say, get those in check. You know, that fire and water that Temperance has going on, Sagittarius up there. Sagittarius down here loves to move fast, doesn't always see the big picture. So take a breather. Take a breather, and think a little bit more balanced, more rationally about this thing you're trying to do over here. That's all I'm going to say about that. Energy moving towards you today. And there it is, Two of Pentacles, more balance. More balance. There are some pieces that you're juggling. There are some balls in the air. But you are really working to do what is in your best interest and maybe somebody else's best interest as well. And maybe that's what's been keeping you up at night, that energy that's leaving you, Nine of Swords in reverse. Because ultimately, you know that something is a little bit too impulsive. Something is a little bit off. You definitely need to take a beat and just connect to your heart and your mind. Often it's interesting because a lot of times it's about, okay, there's a blockage and we need to link our heart and our mind. This reading is really about everything just getting too mixed up. Today, it's a very different message than it normally is. It's about separating. Keep the connection there, but they are two separate entities. They've gotten a little bit too enmeshed, right? Where almost you can't tell what's emotion and you can't tell what's thought anymore. It all feels the same. They're very close together. This is about establishing both independently and linking them together so they can work in harmony and bring about whatever you desire in the physical realm. Two of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups showing up for just this really different message. Greater clarification from the bottom of the deck. King of Wands. And there's Leo. Last third of Cancer, first 2/3 of Leo. This is about being active and passionate, about being creative, fiery, and at the same time being stable. The King of Wands takes this just firecracker energy of the Knight of Wands and brings it into maturity, brings it back to earth. Leo being that fixed sign, our kings are fixed. So this mutable knight which is where this is all coming from, all over the place, moves in, moves out, and he's getting his bearings on how to establish himself. The king has done that. And the reading today is, the clarification for this reading is exactly what we've been saying. It's take that passion, take that fire, and bring it back to earth. You get it, I think. Yeah. Like I said, normally there's a blockage, link your head to your heart, do some deep breathing, do some meditating, connect to yourself. This is really just tease them apart so that you can really understand what's here and what's here. They need a bit of breathing room from each other. I think that's what's going on. Very, very interesting. For Saturday, February 5th, and I will be back tomorrow for another daily tarot reading with Sly Roxtar. Thank you for joining me.